From the founding of First Congregational United Church of Christ in 1865, we have aspired to build a just and loving community in the heart of the nation's capital. Our church was founded by abolitionists serving in the Lincoln administration. Congress granted the land for the first integrated church in the city, land that had been a tobacco plantation worked by enslaved people. Our founders included, among others, General Oliver Otis Howard, head of the Freedmen's Bureau and founder of Howard University. The first building held 1,500 people, but could expand to 2,500 to serve not only the church, but also to serve the city as an auditorium for lectures and meetings, which were often of national importance. In the mid-1950s, the trustees voted to relocate to a less urban location, but the congregation overruled them in favor of serving the city by rebuilding on our historic site. The second building, fondly referred to as the Middle Church, opened its doors in 1966. During the next 40 years, the church was heavily used, hosting worship and cultural events, and 2 meal programs with connecting social services. By 2004, with an inaccessible and decaying building, the congregation decided to rebuild a new church for the 21st century, our third building at the corner of 10th and G Streets Northwest. Demolition began in 2007. With earth justice in mind, we recycled over 90% of the materials from the old building and committed to a high level of sustainability in our new building. When the 2008 recession hit, the developer lost project financing, but we were fortunate that another company came along to finish the job. And in 2012, we moved into the still under construction building. Today, the structure is a single mixed-use entity. The church owns 25,000 square feet, and the office tower and restaurant are under separate ownership. The exterior design and materials respect the context next to the newly renovated Martin Luther King Jr. Library and to other historically significant surrounding buildings. The architecture is driven by the theme of light from without shining in and light from within shining out into the world. The interior is both beautiful and functional. The sanctuary can seat about 350 people and is used extensively both by the church and by the community. In 2015, First Church celebrated our 150th anniversary with the theme, Building a Just and Loving Community. We threw a year-long celebration featuring guest lectures and sermons, service projects, a gift to the Howard University School of Divinity, and a gala performance by the Howard University Gospel Choir. 2020 has brought both joys and unraveled plans. On March 11th, a few days before the COVID-19 shutdown, we welcomed the Reverend Amanda Hindler Voss as our designated senior minister. She has hit the ground running, launching online services that have attracted new members and reconnected former members who now live in far-flung places. On June 5th, we gathered at the corner of 10th and G to mourn the death of George Floyd and to proclaim that Black Lives Matter. And on June 19th, we celebrated Juneteenth, the day enslaved people in Texas learned they were free. Today, even as we face the unknown, we seek to strengthen our Christian faith, to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God. May it be so.